Grand Ole Game Room Expo 2019. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Golden Girls panel. And I'm Brent Griffith. I'm president of the Golden Girls Fan Club, the Louisville chapter. And, my Golden Girls name, if anyone refers to me later, is Stella. Go ahead.
I am Jay Patrick. I am president of the Middle Tennessee chapter. I go by Mona.
Welcome, Mona.
Thank you.
I'm fortunate. My name's Whitney, so I don't need a girl's name. So I just go by Whitney, and I boycott the Golden Girls fan clubs of any sort in any location, and I stand by that statement.
You hate the Golden Girls?
So JP.
I'm no fan.
It's nice to see you.
Do you remember season 2, episode 5?
It's nice
when there was some
nice
confusion of some
Tennessee
sort?
You guys talk about the Golden Girls. I want to sit over here and think about Star Trek.
You are a perfect foil to me. You realize that, don't you?
I do, yes. But it's all natural.
And it's become a game for listeners of the show. You know this. I kind of like to put you on the spot, and never are you on the spot. I am simultaneously disappointed yet happy.
What are you disappointed in?
That I didn't put him on the spot.
Yeah,
Yet I'm thrilled that he got past it.
You went through all the trouble to wear 3 shirts?
Well, at first I thought it was going to be difficult, but it has been a little chilly in here.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
comfy. I'm actually,
Cool. Yeah.
I'm good with it, and I may put the other one back on later.
you
But
go.
I'm rocking the Golden Girls shirt for those that can't, that are only listening to this.
One of the strangest texts I've ever gotten from Brent
is-
was,
that
do you have a
is-
Golden Girls t-shirt by any chance? I do not. I don't.
I don't know either of you. So, I'm Brent from the Broken Token Classic Arcade and Pinball Podcast, and this is my co-host,
I am Whitney.
and Mona,
And I am Jay Patrick. Mona, if you want. It's the informal name.
from...
Podcasserole.
All right.
Available now on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher Radio.
Oh, he just went all in.
And iHeartRadio.
All right, so...
Where all fine podcasts are found.
I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You want to do this now?
I want to do this now. I'm excited to see what's going on with this.
Okay, so I told Brent that I would like to prove that I can actually read minds. So we're going to start with like a.
This
a
is
trick.
going to be good.
Do you want me to do Whitney?
Is this like one of those 20 question things?
No. It's 3 questions.
Okay.
3
3 questions.
Yes.
I guarantee you I'll get at least 2 out of 3
So
right.
now does he have now wait a minute. I schemed on Whitney. Are you scheming on me?
No.
I
Who
find
do
that
you
hard to believe.
choose?
No, I
do you
find
want me
that
to
hard to
do?
believe.
You
I don't-
guys, you can pick a total. Well, none of these. None of our audience are strangers.
I think
but
the crowd's been seated.
huh?
I think this crowd has been seated.
Yeah. Whitney, you want to do this?
Are you gonna close the
Okay.
door? No, he's running.
Oh.
You gonna? We're gonna dim the
Oh,
lights.
some mood lighting.
Gonna dim the lights.
If you're listening to the podcast version of this, Whitney just lowered the lights.
Do
I thought it was supposed to be podcasting after dark.
podcasting after dark.
We can just turn the lights off if you want.
Yeah. Well,
Get crazy.
Well, we could do
Turn it
that.
Take our shirts off.
Turn it down a little more. Someone go out and get us a Ouija board.
Yeah.
All right, 3 questions.
So does he have to write?
No. I'm going to do all the writing.
Well, I don't trust him to say that. You know, he could be thinking a tangerine and he'll tell you triangle.
No. You'll see. You'll see how this
I wouldn't
works.
do that.
All right, Whitney. Clear your mind, Whitney. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, okay?
Fair enough.
Clear your mind.
All right.
You can actually be my assistant in this, Brent.
If you, I swear to you, Whitney, if you summon the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I'm going to execute you here in front of everybody.
So I'm just going to stare
Come on,
off
Ray.
into the distance. Yeah.
All right.
Remember Ray.
Whitney,
Yeah.
the first question, I want you to think about growing up, elementary school. I want you to think of the first name of a friend you had in elementary school.
Okay.
All right. Quit jumping around. Settle on one name.
Got it.
You do have it.
I do have it.
He's making notes. JP's
All right.
making notes.
Brent, hold out your right hand. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, I just wrote down my
Yep.
answer.
Yep.
Put it in Brent's hand,
If
and
you,
he
ask me
closed
to
his
eat,
fist.
if you ask me to eat this, I swear.
No. All right, now for
Okay. I'm
For answer purposes.
maintaining a clear mind.
Brent has my answer. What
Okay.
was the name of the person you were thinking of?
Colin.
Okay,
Colin.
Patrick's right.
So we have like an answer sheet here. So I just wrote down Colin
Yeah.
and set it in front of Brent.
Yeah.
Or-
It was with 2 L's though.
Hey,
I'm just,
You don't know that I didn't write down.
Fair,
two L's.
Fair enough. I'm just
All right. Your second question is
fair enough. Okay, hold. Well,
clear your mind.
Clear your mind, Ray.
Clear your mind.
the mind is clear.
Okay.
I want you to think of your favorite Marvel hero. I know you like the MCU. MCU, not even Marvel Comics, the MCU. Focus on
This is such a gimme, though.
your favorite MCU hero. Focus on it.
All right. Yeah. This is your
is-
one
you
out
have
of
to
three.
pick
It's
one.
a dead ringer.
You have to pick one.
If I tell the truth,
No, see, what he's doing is he's trying to think of one to throw me off because he knows what he's thinking I'm going to write down. You know what? If you want to do that, go ahead. Do that.
No. This is all truth in broadcasting. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'm going to answer truthfully. It's just most people that have listened to the show know me. Whatever. I mean, that's a simple go-to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll make this a little more difficult.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Think
It's
of
just
your
harder on you,
favorite
JP.
DC villain.
My favorite DC villain.
Your favorite DC villain.
Ooh, now that's a good one.
Think of your favorite DC villain. All
All
right.
right.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That,
But that's not the one you're going with. All right. You think you got it?
yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to run out of hands, right? Patrick's making notes for those listening. He's
All right. I just wrote the answer down.
Are you
right,
serious?
right
Brent?
hand.
Okay.
Right hand. Okay. All right.
Now, villain encompasses a pretty wide range of activity.
That's true. You're very complex.
So,
So if you don't mind, announce the name that you landed on.
Dark Side.
Dark Side or Dark Seed?
I read it as Dark Side in my head. And maybe it's Dark Seed. I don't know.
Is
But
this like Louisville?
All right. Just wrote it
Louisville?
down.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Final question.
Now, can
Clear
I
your
tell?
mind.
Okay.
Clear your mind. Final question. And then you can tell us about Dark Side after we get done.
Okay. All right.
Clear your mind.
Gotcha. All right.
I want you to picture yourself driving down a street.
Yep.
You're driving down a street. Think about a street sign that you would see. The first street sign that jumps into your head.
Okay.
Focus on it. Nope,
right.
not that one. Go back. Focus on that one.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. Okay.
You're pretty skilled at this, JP. You know that? I'm impressed with the ability to lock on to these thoughts. All right.
All right, close your fists, Brent. I just put the paper, my
wasn't-
answer in Brent's fist.
I wasn't looking. Did he put that 20 in there?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, okay.
All right, what were you thinking of?
Paytona Beach.
That is not what you thought of first. First
Oh,
of all,
are you sure?
He made,
Yeah.
he
Are
made
you-
that up.
Yeah.
No, I did not make that up.
The first street sign you think of.
Yeah, when I said street, he thought of something else. For the record. All right,
Okay.
now
There-
let's.
He's adamant
This,
that
this
you're.
is an impossible scenario.
He's
let's-
adamant.
Like I said, always get 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to
I don't
match
remember
the
him saying that, but okay.
answers that I handed Brent. He's going to look at the answers and see if they match up with the answer sheets that we created.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Are you sure?
Now, after this, can you bend a spoon with your mind?
Maybe.
Okay. Can we try?
Maybe we can try.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right,
If this fails miserably, I feel sorry for you. If it's successful, I'm scared.
go ahead, Brent. What do you have there? What does that say?
That says dark side.
Dark
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I mean,
See-
but that's a good go-to though.
Is it?
You two are playing me.
All right, go ahead.
This is backfiring.
Go ahead,
on
Brent.
me.
No.
Look.
I guarantee there's no play here.
Look at the answers. What's that? What does that say? Stop sign.
Stop
Because when I said street, that was actually the first thing that Whitney thought of was a stop sign. Go ahead. That goes with Daytona.
That goes with. Okay, so we're
yeah.
down to the name. It says Colin.
Okay. If you say so. Okay.
This was with your elementary school friend?
It says Colin with one L.
Ah. So 2 out of 3, guys.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I'll do this after the show for those in attendance if you want.
Excellent.
Yeah. But did we discuss any
wanna
of that?
see this again.
Whitney,
a
did we
si-
discuss any of that?
Not a single bit
Okay.
of it. No.
I'm sorry. Don't take this to heart. But I don't trust either of you as far as I could throw you.
I just
not at this
I just-
point.
I just
All this stuff I
answered
pull
the
on
questions. I just answered the questions I was given.
you. So you will. Well, you asked for a lot.
Yeah, well, I figured we might, do it after the show.
Bell. No, after no. Come on, Karnak.
Oh, we could do it. I mean, I'm very tired.
Oh,
That is so draining.
there's a lot to run around in Whitney's mind.
There is. And
Yeah.
let me tell you something. It's dark.
oh, I can only imagine.
And I know this is a family-friendly show, a little dirty. Especially when we're going through DC characters.
Okay, all right, okay.
Just saying.
Are you up to do it again, or you want to bow out?
No, we can do it again.
I mean, I did have to spin a wheel, but that is
Yeah.
where it landed.
Do you want to pick
Belle?
someone from the,
Come
from
on,
the
Belle.
audience? All right. Pull your chair up right in front of me.
No, we got no. Does she need to be close? Is this like?
Oh, yeah, she actually does need to be on the mic. So
Yeah,
we
it
can
works
hear you.
best on a mic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sit down. Absolutely.
Brent, that means you have to be my assistant again.
That's okay. All right. I'm trying to keep you honest, and I still feel like there's a game afoot.
This is the most compelling
Just keep
podcast you've ever
I'm
listened
just-
to.
Oh yeah, here. Let's keep.
Okay, clear your mind. First of all, have we discussed any of this? Now, full disclosure.
Wait a minute. I left you all in the game room.
Yeah,
like
full
for an
disclosure.
hour.
We have had a conversation
Not me.
tonight.
Not me. This is the first time I've seen JP this year.
That's true.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Whitney in a year.
You know
until
what this
tonight.
is? This is a cell phone.
No.
I talk to you all the time.
Yeah. That's true. But
This
but,
conversation was not.
Let me see.
but this conversation, have we discussed anything about a trick
No,
or how I could read your mind or any of that?
No, I had no idea. This was your
This is
talent.
all new to you, right? Okay.
You said new or new? This is a family show.
New. This is all new to you,
Okay.
right?
All right.
All right, clear your mind. All right. I want you to focus on when you were growing up and the model of the car that your family had. Like your childhood memories, the car that you drove around
Oh,
in.
I'm glad you joined us because there's games afoot.
What?
Perhaps tomfoolery.
Okay.
All right. The model car.
All right. Brent, hold your hand
I'll
out.
hand it.
Hold it. Okay, what model car were you thinking of?
Thunderbird.
I'm sorry, what?
A Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Thunderbird.
All right.
There we go.
Answer sheet.
We just
Got
created
it.
the answer sheet.
Okay, I got it.
All right, clear your mind. All right, I want you to think of the first video game you remember playing. Doesn't have to be the first video game officially that you ever played, but when you think about the first video game memories you have, what was the first video game you ever played? Think about it. Oh, you got it. Okay. I'm writing.
I'm
the
texting
answer
Mike
down.
because I want Mike to participate in this tomfoolery.
All right.
Okay.
We're going
all
to
right.
create the answer sheet. What was the answer?
Is there
Super Mario Brothers. for
Is there,
Nintendo.
is there some reason, old Swami, that you can't write it on the same sheet?
Well, I mean,
I'm just
I can
I'm
write.
just asking.
Do you
'cause
want me to
I'm-
write it on
no,
here?
No,
I can write
don't.
it on here.
I'm inquisitive. I'm just wondering. You know.
I mean, I have to give you separate sheets because I have to do
I,
it.
under, I understand.
Yeah.
I've got that part of the game.
But no, if
JP.
you want it right there, I can write it down right there. All right, that's our answer sheet. Okay. Now, I want you to. Oh, wait a minute. I've gotten ahead of myself. I want you to. How many do you have in your hand?
I have two.
Do you have two?
Two.
Okay,
One,
all right.
two.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. Okay. I want you to choose between Prince William or Prince Harry. Prince William or Prince Harry. Think about it. Yeah. You're going back and forth. Yeah, he is cuter. All right, so you've landed on one. You got it. All right.
Patrick's
Okay.
writing down the
I'm
answer.
writing down the answer.
He's wadding it up and he's placing it in my palm.
Okay. Do you want me which one do you want me to write on?
I could care less at this point.
Okay.
You're right on this bottle.
All right. So if you had to choose between Prince William and Prince Harry, who would it be?
Harry.
Harry.
We had an
All
ask
right,
from the audience. Why?
So we have all our answer sheets in front of us, Brent.
Okay.
If you'll reveal the answers that I
All
gave
right.
you.
So we have
Thunderbird, Super Mario Brothers,
Super Mario Brothers, and
and
Harry. And for the record, I thought I wrote terribly. Okay. All
Yeah.
right, fine. So
I have to write quick. The thoughts come to me very fast. What does that say?
that actually says Super Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Her favorite,
Her favorite
the
video
first video.
game.
Well, not her favorite, but the first video game. She
First
remembers
video
playing.
game. That actually says Thunderbird.
The family car that she had when she was growing up.
Harry versus Albert.
William. She had
William.
Prince William and Prince Harry.
And it says Harry.
Prince Harry. There you go.
I'm a little freaked out now. I mean, I did spend an hour speaking to you, and
But we
now
didn't
it's
discuss-
like, oh my gosh, what did you get out of me?
Oh, no,
while
yeah,
I
I've
was
got,
here?
you know.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
see, that's wow.
You got a pretty dark mind too. I'm just saying. You got to watch those North Carolina girls. All right,
All right, JP.
there you go.
I'm.
Done and done.
I still don't trust you.
Also, we have them up here. If anyone from the audience wants to verify the answers, they're all written down here.
Anything, Whitney?
I am focusing on clearing my mind.
Are you?
Yeah, you really should.
I'm good.
You really should.
Yeah, thank
my
you.
God.
Yeah, it's going to take a little while to
Around,
get over
around
this.
for JP.
Yes.
I've got nothing.
Well,
I'm done. I've got.
top that,
That's
buddy. And that's why my name's first on the side.
So, other than the mystic arts, what have you been up to?
Podcasting.
Podcasting?
Yeah.
And we're missing Adam, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adam had to work his real job tonight.
No.
He couldn't
well,
be
that
here.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So,
We'll give him a pass.
I,
Just
I,
not, it's just not the same without him, though.
no. He's the more entertaining of the two. He can't do that.
no,
Like, I kid you not, we recorded our Halloween episode, which if you guys want to hear our Halloween episode, even though it's past Halloween, definitely worth listening to.
Yeah.
When we finished, I kid you not, we spent 30 minutes doing this after the show.
Really?
Because there were 3 guests on the show. So I had to do that.
To
I was
all-
like,
to
I felt like
everybody?
a circus monkey. Do your little tricks for us.
Do it again and again and again.
I can only imagine Josh's responses.
Josh won't talk to me now.
So, if you've ever listened to his show, Josh is
my brother-in-law.
your
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. I couldn't
Yes.
remember if Brooklyn was your niece or your sister.
Sister-in-law. Yeah. My wife's sister.
Oh, okay.
Married to Josh. But I've
Okay,
known Josh
all right.
longer. It's
Okay.
it's such a Tennessee story.
Yeah. fair enough.
I introduced the two.
Have you caught up on his shows yet?
Yes. Uh-huh. I'm
And,
caught
and
up.
usually Josh is the one that's kind of off the hook, and he's the one that kind of steers thing a little right on that edge. And even you're trying to reel.
Oh,
you
yeah.
had him freaked out.
I have the app with me.
Do you?
Yeah.
So
it's on my
what-
phone.
So this the app that they had, it was supposed to like. You explain it,
It's an EVP.
which means
What is it?
Electronic voice phenomenon.
Yeah. But the app is just called Ghost
what is
Detector.
going on here?
So basically, you pull up this app and it monitors what's happening in the room.
I'm not
And
ever
then
doing
this
this
EVP
again.
is supposed to detect and decipher.
Why did we not have that
the
on during your
words.
little parlor trick?
Oh, yeah, that would have been crazy. So right now, there's nothing. So I guess either there's no ghost in here, but we'll leave it on, and I'll let
Let's
you
see
know
what it does.
words come up. Hey, no joke. When I was home alone the other night by myself,
Playing with your EVP
I
app?
just turned it on for fun. Here are the words that came up: speak, all alone, hate, almost there. Now, this is creepy. This is like right before Halloween and I'm by myself. Then here just comes up. Like a ghost said here. Threat.
threat.
Yeah. Graveyard.
You know what?
Remain.
You know what upsets me about this?
Around you. That's creepy.
You know what upsets me about this?
What?
3 or 4 years ago, I didn't think to write an app that just looked like a mixer that would just randomly post scary words.
Yeah. One of 50 words
Yeah.
on a timer.
That I could then monetize.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard the podcast. You heard what happened.
So it looks all official like, and things are zipping by. It kind of looks. It kind of
like
looks
none
like
of this means anything.
No, it looks
Yeah.
like nothing. This looks like the background of a C grade sci-fi movie. Just something running on a monitor.
Here's what I've
off
learned
of
about this
Commodore-
app, though.
Commodore 64.
Right before it posts something, like the
Does it get all wigged
the
out?
detectors really start to build up, right? And then you'll see these detectors. I don't know how well you guys can see this that far out, but you'll see these detectors, and then they'll start to turn red, and then yellow, and then a word pops up right here. Apparently, that means a ghost is nearby.
Mm.
So let's see what happens.
You think he should do his little mind trick on me and see what?
Yes, because
see what it does?
That's the only way to make the litmus test work its way all the way through.
Trade me seats.
Well, no, you can actually hold them yourself.
Okay, all right.
Usually
fine.
that's how I do it, but I have to rip some more paper.
So, welcome to the podcast where JP. Oh, what is that thing? This is what come all about your show, which is fine. What is that thing that Adam? Adam's not here. We can talk about him, right? He's not going to hear this. He doesn't listen to our show, does he?
He doesn't even have a cell phone.
No. Has he got like a flip phone with like a little screen on it?
Yeah.
He's got a burner phone. He's
got
got
a
6 burner phones.
See ya.
See ya.
What is that thing what is the YouTube stuff he listens to that's just no?
Oh, the AM. What is that called? The
ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah, ASMR.
How are you aware of this?
Because I listen to the show.
And I just have terrible memory, which we
Yeah.
all know that. Okay, so it's for folks that haven't listened to who knows what ASMR is.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to explain it. The only thing I know of it is what I've heard on his show, but it's just like these sounds that are supposed to be emotionally pleasing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Like, here's an example.
Yeah.
as he takes a drink.
Or somebody chewing, or
Yeah.
the sound of
And
somebody
there's something
just,
about like
just wringing their hands or something like that.
he got on the topic of one. It was like somebody like licking an ear or something on like a.
Oh, yeah. These
Yeah.
are crazy YouTube videos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And
It's
again,
ridiculous.
The only thing
It's borderline
during
fetish.
the only
Oh,
thing
yeah. During did pop up.
the only thing that I thought of is again like with this app, I'm irritated that I didn't get on that bandwagon. I mean,
Think of it first.
oh my god, I don't even
But here's the thing, and this is after dark, so we can talk about this.
clean
Most
show?
of these artists are attractive women.
Oh, is that
Like,
that the
yeah,
hook?
I think
Okay,
that's what
all
it
right.
is. I think that's the dirty secret of
That's
ASMR.
that's the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay? All right. I haven't looked up any of the videos that you're all aware, so I wasn't.
All right, you ready?
That's the case.
That I'll own up to.
That I'll load up to.
Yeah.
Clear my search history.
All right, Brent. Clear your mind.
Okay. It's hard to do. There's a lot running around in there. Okay.
Like, this is going to be an hour of just me doing this over and over again. I can already tell. That's all right.
This makes for good radio.
I would love to do this again.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I just hope. Just don't ask me anything about like my childhood because I didn't have any friends. All right, go ahead.
Clear your mind.
I thought if you had stock questions, I'm in trouble. All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, full disclosure. We've known each other a while.
Unfortunately, yes.
And if I ask you a question, I want you to be honest. If I ask you a
if we
question
discussed it, yeah.
that you feel like you've told me the answer to,
Let you know. I
let me
will.
know, and we'll change the question.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
All right, clear your mind.
Intention. Right
Here
there.
we go.
Okay.
All right. I want you to think of the first pinball machine that you remember repairing. That's very specific.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
Now
are, you,
there's a
are you sure there wasn't one before that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a. You might have a decent shot, like 1 in 5, of knowing that.
Do you want me to ask a different question?
No. We'll roll with it. We'll roll
Okay.
with it.
All right. Open your hand. Close your hand. All right. What was the first pinball machine you remember repairing?
Adam's Family. As he scrolls down, Adam's Family.
Adam's Family.
Adam's Family. Here, let's move this out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's move that.
All right. Second question.
Okay.
Clear your mind. I want you to think about the first concert that you attended and
Oh,
who that
gosh.
artist might have been.
Ugh. The first,
No, county fairs don't count. The first real concert you went to.
The first real concert I went to.
Yep. Is that what you're
Man.
going with?
I'm trying to think back, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Okay. Yeah, I know what I'm going with. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Open your hand. Close it. What's the first concert you remember attending?
It was Heart, and if I remember correctly, and this is going to sound strange, I believe Weird Al Yankovic opened for them. That's what I was trying to
That
sort
that
out.
is a very odd pairing.
Yeah, there was
actually.
it was an odd
Yeah,
pairing, but I'm
very odd pairing.
fairly certain that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wasn't on the Weird Al train. I was vaguely aware from like Dr. Demento, but I was like, what is going on here? All right.
I would have stayed. I would have stayed.
Clear your
for
mind.
Weird Al.
I'm going to ask you the
Falls.
same. Falls, not false. Falls.
It says falls.
I want you to clear your mind, and I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked the last time. If you had to choose between two,
Okay.
Prince William or Prince Harry,
I know nothing about it.
that should be easy. You
Either
just have
of
to pick
them.
one.
Okay.
Pick one, Prince William or Prince Harry.
All right. I've got
Quit
one.
going back and forth. You're like, oh, I'm going to stump him. I want to think of this. No, I'm going to think of this. Pick one.
I picked one, and I've stuck with it.
All right. Okay.
All right. What did you write, a book?
Close your hand. All right. Which
All
one
right.
did you go with?
William. Writing his answer sheet. All right.
All right. Now,
No collusion.
no collusion.
No. Shuttle. Does that say shuttle?
Shuttle.
Shovel. Yeah.
All right. Now you can open your hand and reveal the answers and see if they match up with the answer sheet.
As I hand them to Whitney.
Whitney
What do
is
you
going to
got?
look at them. What's the first one you have?
It does say Heart and Weird Al.
Heart and Weird Al.
I'm gonna
What's
tell
the
you
first concert that you remember
that
going
one was
to?
actually a little. That one kind of hurt to read. Yeah.
What's the next?
I mean, it
answer
was
that
all
you
fun
have?
and games until it was Heart and Weird Al.
Heart
you
and
know?
Weird Al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What's the other one that you have? That was the first concert he remembers
Can you-
attending, by the way.
It does say William, but that's a 50-50 dive
Prince
right there.
William.
So you're going to give him that.
Prince
that's
William.
harsh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stand on that ledge, but the Heart and the Weird Al,
That's
that was
pretty- that's standing tall.
That's standing pretty tall.
So
Yeah.
what's the last one that you have? Which I asked him to choose between Hart or Prince William and Prince Harry.
No, it's pinball machine.
Well, I mean, this one does say it does say Adam's family.
Adam's Family, which is the first pinball machine you remember repairing, right?
Can you ask me again what the winning lottery numbers are?
Yeah, see, because here's the thing.
Why does it say pushed?
Yeah.
Oh, it says stab now.
Oh yeah, it does say stab.
It wants me to
I
stab
got my
you,
phone.
JP.
Here, I'll get it.
You're evil.
Okay.
Well, I'm officially freaked out. He's brought our show to a screeching
To a
halt.
screeching halt.
So what
yes.
else would you guys like to talk about?
Something less creepy. Yeah.
I do think this has merit in continuing to visit, though.
Okay, we could do it later again
Have
if
you-
you want.
Yeah, we
Have
should.
you ever made a large fixed object such as the Statue of Liberty disappear?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I know how David Copperfield made it disappear.
It was all angles and framing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a very large black tarp.
You ever done
Secret of the
anything?
trade.
You ever done anything with white tiger lions?
Nope.
All right, now just
Yeah.
checking.
No animals, no kids.
Do you still have your soul?
No.
Okay, there
fair
it is,
enough.
right there.
Well, then
Soul.
that's the
Yeah,
explanation
haven't-
for all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, just go buy a lottery ticket and call it done. I mean, if you're going to make that trade, make it really
So
worthwhile.
I've got a serious question. With that ability, I mean, do you enjoy movies anymore? Does it?
Well, I mean, I have to tap into it, so
So you just shut it off. So
Yeah,
you
just
can-
shut it down.
So you can enjoy.
so I can enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair
Like
enough.
how I'm trying not to think about what Whitney's thinking about right now.
I have a tell. We'll just leave that there.
That's funny.
Yes.
All right.
Well, you guys seem legitimately thrown.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm
I mean,
I am a bit befuddled. I will say that. You know, I'm just going to go right ahead and say it. So
If you want to think, you both are trying. You both are thinking the same thing right now.
excellent.
You're trying to figure
I'm
out
not-
how I do it.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I kind of already got that. We'll discuss that later. It took me a couple iterations.
Truthfully, we could do like the old Penn and Teller thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Oh,
how I do it.
What's
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you how?
I was just thinking
If you don't have it figured out, I'll tell
because
you how.
the show that's the show. Now wait a minute. Are you talking about the BS show or don't they have a show? or did they, where they had other magicians come in and they had to stump Penn and Teller?
Oh, I think it was, yeah, that was one. Yeah, and they could
Okay.
figure out how to do it. I
So-
actually saw a bartender do this twice and figured it out.
Do you want me to tell you? How
No,
about
no,
I
me too.
tell you?
I'll do it.
Okay.
But I'll
Well,
do
they-
it and show you guys how I do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, this
Okay.
is
You-
great.
So
Have
if
you kinda
like to
gotten it
start
yet?
out,
Uh-huh.
to start out.
Wait, no, wait, hold on, wait. So you
Oh, you want to tell him how you think I do it? Okay. You guys got it figured out how I do it? Yeah. Okay. So the key to this is when you're first starting out and you want to do this for your friends, pick a 50-50% question to make one of the questions. So when I said, do you pick Prince William or Prince Harry, I did have a 50-50 chance.
That's exactly
of getting
right.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's
I
that's
know-
kind of like light side, dark side kind of deal.
I know, and then stop sign, when you think of stop sign and you think of street sign, that's going to be like the first thing. That is always going to be your third question. Your third question is always
A 50
the one.
a 50-50?
If 50-50 is the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
And then you can say, I always get it 2 out of 3 times.
Yeah.
So when I ask you to clear your head and think
Uh-huh.
of something, I'm going to write down what I think your answer is going to be for it. So we're going to do it with Brent again, but this time I'm going to actually just put my answers down here. So the last question I'm going to ask him is Prince William or Prince Harry. So I'm going to write down my answer. And then that is going to be the first thing I write down. So clear your head. Think of a childhood friend. Do you have it? I'm going to write down the answer. What I'm actually writing down is the answer to the third question. It's just going to be Harry. And then I say, Brent, do you have it? And you say, yeah, I have the name. I'm like, great. Hold out your hand. I'm going to wad this up, which is going to look like every other wadded piece of paper in your hand.
Yeah.
Now fold your hand. Brent, what was the name of your childhood friend you were thinking of?
Yeah. Yep.
What was it?
I don't know.
I just thought a name.
Steve.
Steve.
I had no friends.
Oh, okay.
Not that I care.
Steve.
I don't.
So now we have, I wrote down Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So now we have Steve right here. So now I know that's the answer to the first question. And he already has the answer to the third question. So what was the model of your family car when you were growing up? Do you have it?
Yep.
Do you have it? You focused on it? I'm going to write down
Steve.
But I'm going to write down Steven to match.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I'm going to wad this up. Now put it in your hand so it looks like every other piece of paper in your hand.
Yeah. So you're guaranteed 2 out of this.
So what was the model of the car?
Yeah.
What was the model of the car?
Impala.
Impala.
Yeah.
So now when we get to the third question, which I already know is going to be Prince William or Prince Harry, I say choose between 2, Prince William or Prince Harry.
And then you write down Impala and hit it.
And then I write down Impala when he
That's
is choosing
awesome.
Yeah.
between Prince William or Prince Harry.
Yeah. Good job, man.
And so,
Good job.
oh yeah, that's the one you hold.
Solid.
That's the one I hope.
And then I say, who did you choose? And you say Harry.
Yeah.
And I write that down, and then you match those up.
Yeah.
And that is how you
That's
read someone's
awesome.
mind.
The slow clap is definitely deserved.
But I liked it more when you thought I could read mine.
I will say this, the banter that you exercise during the whole process.
Is to not make you
it
think
added
of the
to it.
fact of how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to focus
it's
on how
completely
I'm doing
and totally diversionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Good stuff.
it. Yeah.
Very
Well,
good
you
stuff.
came- at least you came clean.
Yes.
Well, that's half the show.
Oh, well, what's your at? Did it say liar, perhaps?
It still says stab.
It says stab.
So the ghosts want to kill us after talking about that trick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take it up with the ghost later.
So what else, guys?
Now they found the secret and they're out.
They're gonna,
It's time
Hey.
to go make some money.
Go
Yeah,
win some
he's gonna go-
bets.
Yeah.
I bet I could read your mind.
Yeah, I'm going to a bar. Free drinks tonight.
But seriously, I saw a bartender do it twice and figured out how he did it.
Yeah.
Now, all the other bar tricks he did, I have no idea how he did it. But that one I figured out.
Yeah. It's good though.
Yeah.
It's real good.
They used to-
It presents well.
It's interesting to know that that's still kind of a thing. My uncle, he owned a few bars, and he bartended and had some restaurants, and that was in my mind, that was more the time that's like, what was the bar movie that had Tom Cruise in it?
Cocktail.
Yeah.
It was kind of more of a showy thing. It was, whereas today it seems like it's just more of straight service, and there's not as much
Showmanship.
showmanship. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he had this myriad of these tricks. Where, he'd walk off and he'd leave a salt shaker sitting on on edge and
Right.
just all kinds of just oddball things like that. And he could set them up real quick, and it would just look like he just did it. And I guess at the end of the day, that keeps people interested
Yeah.
in what they're doing. They come back and they take
And they give
more.
you a bigger tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Works out well. It works out real well. I mean, the showmanship is 80% of the believability.
Uh-huh.
It really is.
Yeah.
So good job on that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
and so everybody did you come clean with the rest of? No.
At the Halloween party
Yeah.
I went to where I did this like 20 times.
No, I meant like
No. No. There's a bunch of drunk people from Fairview, Tennessee that think I can read their mind.
Well,
it's fantastic.
As long as they're
It's amazing.
handing you $20 bills for
Yeah.
every round that you do, that's all that matters.
There was one guy that wouldn't talk to me the rest of the night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome.
He wouldn't look me in the eyes because he thought I was actually
he was
peering into
convinced.
his soul.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking about your mom. Stop it!
I'm actually crying.
Oh my goodness.
Great.
That's solid, man. So
I think you
solid.
missed your calling, JP.
Yes.
What?
See, I can't.
Magician?
Yeah.
No. I did not.
you,
I've tried to do sleight of hand before, and it's really hard.
Oh, it's extremely
you seem
hard.
like you would end up. You'd start and you'd be all right. Then it would be a little disgruntled, kind of like the Ghostbusters at the beginning.
And
Ghostbusters
by now I
2.
have a huge cocaine
when,
habit.
When they're
Yeah.
doing birthday parties and the
Yeah.
cars belching
yeah.
black smoke.
Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday, Stephen.
Yeah. It's like we almost made it, Yeah.
We
That
blew,
is actually the story of my life. I've almost made it.
Almost made it.
Yeah.
blow
Yeah.
over money on a cool firehouse and arcade games up on the second floor.
Yeah. It could work out.
There's worst ideas.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the next phase of the MCU?
It's funny you say that. And Whitney, I think you'll probably be with me on this. I was thinking the other day, I don't know that I am.
See, and that is exactly where I have landed.
Yeah.
Because I had so much emotion invested in the last 10 years of the MCU. It now looks in growth and change is inevitable. I get that. Okay. I've got no problem with that. But the splintering out in the
You think it's too much?
I think it's too much, and I really do worry about the cohesiveness because they were telling a very linear story, but sometimes non-linearly.
Right.
And now I don't know that they're going to be telling this grander story. It's now they've set the stage, and it just feels like it's just a bunch of diving boards that are going to springboard everywhere.
Oh, so you're worried
And-
about so much branching? 'Cause,
yeah, I'm
I
just
mean,
I'm worried about the branching and the dilution of it at this point. I don't think they can get lightning in the bottle the next time around.
Well, I would think it would be difficult because look what you have to live up to. Even if they did it better, they've already done it for the first time.
Yeah.
And my thought is you had, I guess, to a certain point, some movies that were kind of like bottle episodes.
Yeah.
But there was always, even if it was minor, there was a little advancement of that core story.
Yeah.
So to a degree, you didn't have those. If you think they're going to branch and run these separate stories that aren't
Yeah.
going to converge,
Yeah.
they kind of had it, but they just didn't run very far.
They didn't
You
run.
know?
They didn't run very far, and they stayed true to a central story, and they just veered enough to give you that sense of a larger universe. But then they'd always snap right back to the core set of characters and keep a running storyline moving. Now, when it gets so big with so many, I hate to say this, B characters and C characters, I'm gonna care a lot less.
Yeah, but don't forget that at the time, Thor wasn't exactly an A character.
That's true.
And the Guardians of the Galaxy certainly weren't even like a B or C character.
That's very true.
So they did pull some magic tricks of their own
they really
through
did.
the course of the first 10 years.
Well, so like
they really
Guardians,
did.
Guardians. I didn't read comics.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me,
I never read. I can't read.
Well, you didn't. Just mine's.
Just mine.
Just mine. You can
Just
you
mine.
can obviously write.
Barely.
But then there was who was that gentleman from Kentucky that would go into that? Do you know even?
His name is Whitney.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I
what's
said
that?
gentleman.
No,
There was.
thank
I think he died in the late '60s, early '70s. His name escapes me, but he would do this trance thing, and it was almost like a future telling.
Oh,
This
Edward H. Casey.
yes. Do you know? Now that shocks me that you're not aware of.
I don't know.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
look up Edward H. Casey.
Yeah.
I'll Google him right now.
And it was kind of one of those deals where,
Proud of me, aren't you?
yes, I am.
Exactly.
And I take back everything I said about you earlier.
no problem.
I do trust you with my life.
Exactly. It's in good hands.
JP on the other no. So he would how did I get on this?
We were talking about the MCU.
Oh,
yeah.
so-
MCU.
I had no idea, and to me that's probably what helped make Guardians such a hit because if you didn't know, you didn't know.
Yeah. And we also look at the first few years of the MCU through rose-colored glasses now
There's no doubt.
because, Captain America, when we first saw it, the first Avenger was just,
Yeah.
okay, it was good.
Yeah.
Thor the Dark World.
Yeah.
You said Dora the Dark World.
Dora the Dark World.
that one too.
That would be.
I would love
that's
to see-
That's a Phase 8 movie,
That
is
was-
what that is.
Dora the Explorer.
That one
in
went
the
right to
MCU.
VHS.
Yeah. Thor the Dark World, not great.
Yeah.
You're not a Thor fan. You don't do the Thor.
I loved Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was good.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the first Thor movie.
Yeah,
It holds up, and it is a visual spectacle to go back and watch it. It
Yeah.
really is.
It was very Shakespearean.
It very much so.
The first Thor movie
yeah,
was very Shakespearean.
yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but you're talking about things branching off, and I'm thinking the opposite. Even with the current stuff, it's like, okay, well, when they would do this bottle movie, and if it was the Winter Soldier, you've got chaos abound. This person that I'm trying to deal with, he's a relatively equally matched, adversary. Call Tony. All these other relationships are built. Why are you, on your? And the same thing can be said for just about all of the movies, other than the off-world movies.
Yeah.
Guardians or stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing personally that kind of took me out of it. And then I think if as you add those B characters,
Yeah.
if you want to look at it that deep, that's the same can be said.
Yeah,
you know?
it's definitely saying it a different way, but arriving at a lot of the same conclusion. Because now, I wonder who are we going to have to knit this universe together going forward? Because we've essentially lost two of the main core characters that were there throughout the entire 10-year run. Well, almost the entire 10-year run, and
Well, they're all not like Dick Clark. They're not going to live forever.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So
But
that's-
it just feels like some of the cornerstone storytelling is not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that kind of disappoints me. I will say this: when I wrapped up watching Endgame, I mean, I sat there for a second and I really felt a sense of loss because it's like this ride is really over.
Yeah, it's over.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. And Far From Home was good. It was really good. And it definitely explained a few things. And I think it was almost like the cherry on top of the sundae, so to speak. But I definitely had a sense of finality and almost a sense of gloom after watching Endgame and when it just wrapped. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. Everything that I always look forward to, it's kind of done now.
But it's
Man,
good.
you're going to take it hard on this next Star Wars movie in December, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, man! I'm going to take.
Was it you all talking
hard.
I try to avoid all this stuff, but maybe it was you all were talking about. I mean, they're gonna lay waste. Lando's gonna die. They're gonna destroy the Millennium Falcon. It's all gone.
Oh,
they're gonna
no,
clean the
that
slate.
was
you know?
that wasn't us.
They're
I don't
like
see them doing
supposition
that at all.
mounds.
Yeah,
No, I don't
see-
see them doing it at all.
yeah.
Especially not after they built a huge Millennium Falcon in
Yeah.
the Disneyland
for
parks.
prop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you say take it hard. I'm definitely going to take. I'll definitely take the end of the saga hard. There's no doubt about it because I freely admit I get so invested in these characters and these stories. And Brent, I said it in jest, but it's the truth. I mean, when my wife and I watched both of the Picard trailers, I looked around and I had a tear in my eye.
Yeah.
And she did as well. And it's like I freely admit that. Why? Because I'm a guy named Whitney, and that's just how it goes. But seriously, all joking aside, I get invested in this stuff.
You know what-
But it's because it brings me so much joy.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really
it's
does.
pure nostalgia.
Do you know what
Yes.
just broke my heart about the Picard trailer?
What's that?
It wasn't Kirk.
So Riker was there.
Yeah. And so is Data.
At some point, he's got to sit in a chair.
Oh, and he's got to hike that leg
Yeah,
right
exactly.
over.
Yeah, he's got to do the
yeah,
Riker sit.
they're going to
Yeah.
do all the tropes. I'm sure.
Yeah,
they will.
I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed if they don't.
And I'm interested. What was the last TNG movie?
Nemesis.
Nemesis. I
Yes.
realized several months ago I haven't seen that movie, which I
Oh,
thought.
really?
Yeah, and I had caught a bit of it, and I knew what it was. I realized what it was. I'd seen enough of it or the characters to realize, and then I started watching. Like, all right, I've got to stop because I haven't seen this.
So,
I've caught the very end, so I know kind of what ends up happening. And I mean, I don't know if we're going to get into spoiler alerts here.
well, I mean, the
I know-
movie's been out for so long.
I
but,
know,
But you
I know.
saw what happened to Data
Yes.
and why he did what he did.
Yes.
Okay.
So
all
I'm
right.
up. I'm up on that, and I'm just kind
Okay.
of interested to see. But I guess it's like comics. There's ways around all that. You know, you can resurrect Data. You can figure
He's an
that out.
android.
Yeah.
He's a machine.
Well, but he
So-
was. Do you know what I'm talking about? He was left. It wasn't Data. It was.
Lar.
Was that okay? So I wasn't 100% sure what that chassis or that frame or that incarnation of Data was.
Yeah, when they in the trailer, when they slid open the drawer,
That's
that-
Lar.
that's Lar.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lar, not what was his brother? The evil.
Lar.
Lar.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of something else? All right, no. Oh, Kit and Car.
Oh, now Kid in the Car. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Something
no,
very
it was
similar
Lar.
happened in
But
Knight Rider.
actually,
Very
yeah,
similar,
JP's
yeah.
right. Something
Good.
very similar happened there as well.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I saw Data in the trailer, I was like, oh well, I figured they'd have to bring it back. If they're going to do Picard, they're going to bring back Data, of course.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think this will be a. You'll see all your favorites. It's not the series isn't going to be about them,
No.
but they'll come in. And
They-
out.
they'll
I was
come in.
I was excited that 7 of 9
Yes.
is in there.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You mean Jerry Ryan?
yeah,
Yeah.
Who's also known as primarily. I mean, has she done anything else outside of? At least not that I've seen. She's known as
7 of 9.
7 of 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By and large, I think that's the role that has defined her career. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
which is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good work.
Have you gone back and watched? Did you watch Voyager?
I was in and out of Voyager.
Really.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine, I've seen all of, and Next Generation, I've seen all of.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've seen all of the original series, all of TNG, all of Voyager, and I've taken your advice. We're about a season and a half into Deep Space Nine right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had never watched Deep Space Nine from beginning to end. I always just dabbled in and out. So we're starting.
Worf is better on Deep Space Nine
Yes,
than Next
absolutely.
Generation.
Good.
They do
Good,
more
good.
with this character.
They do more with him.
Yeah.
Well, he
It
actually
takes a couple seasons to get run up.
and
Get spun
that's
up.
that's okay because he definitely grew quite a bit in TNG. I mean,
Yeah.
if you go back and look at the first couple of seasons of TNG, he is completely and 100% one syllable word disposable character, and they do enough development with him that you do care about him by the end of the show.
Have you seen any of the compilation videos, like the Shut Up Wesley videos? But there's one of just like all the shutdowns of Worf.
Oh, is that right?
Worf would come up with an idea, and it was, I mean,
Yeah.
it was some variation of blow them up.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. And then they
Yeah.
would go on to the next.
Yeah.
So it's just those cuts.
Yeah, the
back
first
to
2 or 3
back.
seasons, Worf always went to let's just kill him.
Yeah, let's
And
just
it was
go.
always
the Klingon
no
way.
Worf. Yeah.
the Klingon way.
There's a very similar video for The Big Lebowski.
I've
And I
never
know
seen
we're-
that movie.
I'm going to whisper this because
Yeah.
it's all the F.U. Donnies
Oh, is
And
it
the Big
real?
Lebowski.
Oh, yeah.
from
yeah.
John Goodman's character.
You know what? I'm sure
Just one
that-
right after the other.
I'm sure that all of them, when they're done that way, they really tie the room together.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
really do.
See, I've never when there was the hype and what
I'll be here all night. Thank you.
is that? It is that a reference from the movie?
Yes.
Oh yes.
See,
The Big Lebowski. Yeah.
Dude, you
I've
have
never seen it.
The dude says this.
I know that. I know. And
Well, it's-
Lebowski Fest, like, if it isn't the biggest, it's one of the biggest, like, Lebowski things, or it's in Louisville every year.
Yeah.
And I have,
I'm telling you right now, if I lived in Louisville, I would be at Lebowski Fest.
I have
Yeah.
no desire to go down to wherever Lebowski Fest is and just check out all the people walking around. Just like Jeff,
The dude.
the
The
dude,
dude.
Jeff.
Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
name? It's
Goldblum.
Jeff Bridges.
Let's
Yeah.
tell him it's Jeff Goldblum. It's Jeff Goldblum.
No, it's not. I know better than that.
Yes.
It's Jeff Bridges.
That's right.
As in
Tied the
Tron.
room together.
I will say this. I'm with you, Brent. I have no desire to roll into that crowd, but the genius of
You
that
think we should read
movie-
Emoto's mind? You think we should?
What did I do?
Nothing yet.
What do you want to do?
Take pictures of y'all?
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Oh, no pictures.
Wait a minute. Aren't you from California?
Yes.
She
Wow.
said y'all.
Oh, I was raised in Marietta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I actually think
okay.
she said you all.
No,
but
she said
you're
y'all.
from
We-
Kentucky.
We
so
just
you're
we just
y'all.
heard it a different way. That's what it is.
All right. So let's bring a screeching halt to this so she can take a picture. Go ahead. Oh.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
This is amazing
Thank
audio.
you. No, the genius of that movie cannot be understated.
What, Tron?
No,
I
that one
absolutely
is
agree.
that one as well.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh yes,
So when the game came out, when did you and I go to Chicago?
2014.
2014.
Yes.
And that was all the hype was that game. That was before.
and it was
it's-
a lot of fun to play.
That's before it swirled the bowl.
Yeah, that's when Dutch.
I went to go see it. My mindset was to go see the movie to understand it a little more, and I never made it. I didn't
Yeah.
make time to
It's
do
Such
it.
venom in your voice when you're like, that game was all the hype.
Well, it kind of.
Make a Golden Girls game, you're going to be first
Oh,
one
I'd
in the
be all
line.
about that. Yes, absolutely. Here, Emoto.
Well,
She's.
what would the...
It was a gag earlier that it didn't work out. Okay, it was a. I felt good about it. And
luckily, we had bar tricks.
Then
to do
Whitney, yeah, we had bar
afterwards.
tricks, and it was in my effort, my continuous effort to corner Whitney, and as often happens, well, it always happens, it failed miserably. He just went with it and just spoiled it.
What are some of the other ways you've tried to corner Whitney?
I'm always trying to put him on the spot, especially
I
in
hid
the show.
cocaine in his desk drawer.
And I'm
Large
largely
time I gave
Called
him
the
the water.
cops.
I gave him water, and he didn't realize the seal was already broken. And it had meth. No, I gave him speed.
I try to be pretty much unflappable.
Yeah,
So-
he is like the Rock.
I
He's
loosened
just
the lid on
solid.
his salt shaker.
Hit his phone.
Yeah.
all good. But no, I mean, getting back to the whole MCU discussion, I mean, I'm definitely going to invest the time in it because I have invested the time in it up to this point, and I have such.
You're
love
drawn
for
in.
the-
You're hooked in.
I'm hooked, and I'm hooked by my own accord, and I admit that. But I don't think I'm going to look at it with the same sense of wanderlust that I looked at the first 10 years where I've marked my dates on calendars to go see these movies. And I did the little Advent countdown calendar and stuff. It's like 14 days to Iron Man 3.
Oh,
stuff
man.
like that.
You must have been really
On
disappointed.
day
in Iron Man
13, did you
2.
get like a Rolo or something?
Well, I actually,
Iron Man 3 is the one I'm.
you know something?
He's changed up on that. I'm still solid.
You know something? I'll say this: the whole thing with Iron Man 3 is the previews that they when they did the commercial cuts and the previews. They cut that preview to make you think you were getting a different movie than you got.
They made you think Iron Man is in this movie.
Yes,
and he's not.
and Iron Man is actually only in the movie for maybe 52 seconds
Yeah.
out of the movie. But the thing about it is, I had such venom for Iron Man 3 probably for the first couple of years. And then I went back and watched the entire MCU gate just from start to finish in quote, the CNET proper order. And I actually have flipped on Iron Man 3 to the point where I now appreciate it for what Shane Black could have done, for whatever he could have done with that movie, he did it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's actually not that bad, but it's still not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're down on the
What,
DL here.
what do
Let me
you
ask
what do you think? Because MCU they rolled out several movies. They were, if you think about it, they were relatively quickly paced. Okay, you had a common universe, but disparate stories. Why didn't it work for Star Wars? Why did they have to just tap the brakes and say, "Okay, I'm going to slow down"? It's just not working.
What do you mean now?
Yeah, because that's it didn't work with
Because clearly the
Solo.
Star Wars fandom is the most vitriol fandom around.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Too much too fast. They didn't have that build over 10
No,
years
it's like
to really.
no Star Wars fan likes anything.
Yeah, I will.
They didn't like the prequels when the prequels came out.
Yes.
And
yes.
now those same people that hated the prequels hate the new stuff but love the prequels.
Yeah, and the thing that
It's cool to now like the prequels.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
prequels have
I'm
been-
not up with.
my
quite a
thing is
renaissance.
it's like, why can't we all just be happy that we have new Star Wars movies? And so
Whitney,
if you like them,
Whitney.
you like them. If you don't, you don't.
Let's
We
just
don't,
address-
okay.
let's
We
just-
don't want to be happy.
That's a problem. I
Let's
want to be
just-
happy.
Let's just
I cried
address.
when I saw Picard. I want
Yeah.
to be happy.
Oh, I teared up when I saw the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
For the- you know.
Yes.
So let's just address the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
Hey.
When are we
Is
going
that a fat joke? I'm working on it. I'm working on
I'm
it.
a work in progress here.
when are we going to get a new Star Trek movie? Another Kirk?
No, we need another Kelvin timeline.
Another
movie.
Kelvin timeline movie?
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that. Well, you know,
Yes.
there's a rumor that Quentin Tarantino wants to direct a Star
Oh,
Trek.
I'm out.
Well,
Don't care.
Okay. Obviously,
Don't
that's a-
care. He's Brent. That Brent's
Maybe
back.
it's-
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I mean,
But you are going to get one. I mean, it's just the franchise is too big.
They-
You will get it.
yeah.
Now, you may
Well,
get
they don't-
a
what
third
shocks me-
timeline.
What shocks me is that they don't earn like the Star
I
Wars
I
movies
know,
did. That's what
and
shocks
it's
me.
and it's a shame because
They're good stories.
But they never
because,
did.
because actually I
But the
think
Star
they're-
Trek movies never did.
I know, but I think they're actually better stories.
When I think they're when you got into the
Voyage
next gen,
Home.
when you got into the next
I
gen
love
movies,
it. Don't get me wrong.
when you get into
Whales?
Whales. It was
I'm
hippie
talking.
Spock. You know the headband.
No,
you know.
I'm talking about the Kelvin timeline. That's
Oh,
how,
yeah,
that's
they
what
are
I'm
great.
referring
They
to.
are great. I've liked
Yeah.
every one of those.
So, yes,
What-
I've liked every single one.
When you get into the next gen movies, once you get past, was it Generations where they had the crossover and the whole
Yeah.
Nexus thing, which,
Yeah.
you go through all this craziness to blow up stars to get in it, but you could ride a horse out of it, whatever, however that all happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Once you
explain.
get past that.
I actually fell asleep the first time I watched that movie.
Yeah, well, once you get past that movie, they're like deeply developed extended episodes. I think you made that point earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
But the rest of you got a lot of that '60s camp that still makes
Yeah.
it into the and they're trying to put on like they're acting up, so to speak.
Yeah.
They're trying to be.
That's
what
why
they're
I thought the
not.
Kelvin timeline was so good and it stood on its own because it was actually the first time outside of I'll say Star Trek 1, 2, and 3. Okay, leading up to the Search for Spock, I thought 1, 2, and 3 were absolutely fantastic and cinematic in scope. But the Kelvin timeline movies are cinematic in scope. Star Trek 4, Star Trek 5, The Undiscovered Country, stuff like that, they were just episodes.
I do
of a
love the
show.
line, "What does God need with
What
a
does God
starship?"
need with a starship?
Starship,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's a great line.
It's strong.
You figure that out, don't you?
Yeah.
Kirk.
Hey. I love Kirk.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love him.
I mean, Picard's much better, but I
But
love Kirk.
I was like, but
Here's where we go with this.
There was when you talked about Generations, there was a much better science fiction movie that year. That was should have done much better at the box office. than it
Okay,
did.
so
Stargate.
oh, okay.
Stargate was
yeah.
a much better
Yeah.
science fiction movie than
Yeah,
Generations.
I would
Yes,
agree.
I would agree. I would totally
I mean,
agree
anything
with
that's
that.
Kurt Russell.
Well,
I mean, he comes in, Kirks it up. He just kicks butt.
Overboard.
What? It had its
Yeah,
charm.
the tables
I mean, it
were
had Goldie
turned.
Hawn in it.
Yeah.
It was a finding yourself story.
And,
Yeah.
and that
With a
movie has been
carpenter.
remade.
I was a
Why do
teenage
I-
robot or
why
whatever
do I
that
know
was
s-
he was in that Disney movie.
I was a teenage computer. Why do I know so much about
Wow.
Kurt Russell?
yeah.
You're
I
really
remember-
looking forward to Disney Plus, aren't you?
Gosh. You all were going through the list of the Disney Plus because I remember that
We went through the entire list of
Yes.
everything on
back
that we did.
back in the day when
You
Disney
hit,
Channel.
you hit the highlights,
We
though,
did the
for
highlights.
sure.
There's a 3-hour
Yeah.
video you can watch that goes through everything. 3-hour video put out by Disney that goes through everything.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I remember that Kurt Russell movie because it was on early iterations of the Disney Channel.
Uh-huh.
And
I was
you
a
know,
teenage computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you all, I'd forgotten all about it until you all brought. Marco's in the room. Shh.
I can read your mind and I can prove it.
And he can prove it.
Kale, come up here.
Yeah. This is going to be good.
You should do
This
it.
is a family show.
Yeah.
You know the rules. Okay. You will be wowed and amazed. So the first thing we need is a is a crisp $20 bill.
Oh yeah, you're hot, buddy.
Check.
Yes.
Nice.
So
nice.
introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
My name is Cale Bess Hernandez. I work with Marco Specialties, and my wife and I run the Electric Bat Arcade in Tempe, Arizona. And we're going to have a new location. I don't know if we can announce it yet.
Well, cat seems to be crawling out of the
No,
bag.
not yet,
Okay.
not yet, but we
All right,
just-
the bag was just shut.
Absolutely. We just expanded. We have about 24 pins. Is this 26? Who's counting? You know, you got to rotate some every once in a while when they go down. But
Get into that
that's
mic. That
rare.
mic's not super hot, Kale. So
Yeah.
All right,
you want me to
so-
lean back a little bit.
No.
Have we ever met? Hop up. Hop up.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, what's your last time we talked? You were, I think, your official title at Marco is weapons specialist. Are you still? Are you like general in charge? Or are you
Can't
like?
believe you remember that.
I remember the strangest the most useless things.
One thing I'll say is
Not that you're useless, Kale. Don't take that.
No. I know.
Kale has
That's
seen
what I gathered from that.
Kale has seen every order that I have placed, even the unsavory items that I've thrown in my bag.
That's right.
You should
Yes.
so.
That's right.
you should-
Balls, rubbers.
You should so slip
Hello.
stuff in, like
Yeah.
exactly. You should
Yeah.
you should so put like an ice cream cone or something in his order.
Something.
Yeah.
Love kale.
Yeah.
I hope you like chocolate chip. You ever give those out at Halloween? I do. Kids love it. Just a scoop right in the bag.
Oh no.
No,
I
it's
should try
awesome.
that. I should try
So
that.
weird.
All I got was a rock.
Do you look like you like chocolate? All right.
Are we doing this?
Yeah. What's going on here?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've never met, right?
Right.
We don't know each other. I haven't asked you any questions that you give me answers to, correct?
That's right.
All right. I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you I will get 2 out of the 3 questions correct of information that I cannot know.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Clear your mind. I want you to think of when you were growing up, what was your favorite movie when you were growing up? Think about the main character
Don't
of
announce
that
it.
movie. Don't say it.
Okay.
All right, you got it?
Lock it in.
All right. Now, I wrote down my answer, and I'm going to give it to Brent. He's going to hold on to it till the end. What was the name of the character you were thinking of?
I think his name's Rocketowski or something like that. Mad Max. What's Mad Max's real name? There's your trivia.
I
Well,
think
if
you're
you-
right.
I think we
I
go
can
with
read your mind, so
Rocketowski.
if you don't know it, I can't guess it.
Okay. let's try another one.
No,
Good answer. That's awesome.
So here we go. All right, I'm going to ask you another question.
JP, I'd like to apologize
Okay,
now. We were having.
All right, I want you to think about the model of the car that your family had when you were growing
this
up.
is all my fault. Every bit of this.
Think about the model of the car.
Oh, I know this exactly.
Okay, think about. Don't tell me.
The make and model.
Yeah, think of.
Or just the model?
Just think of the model.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
writing this
I'm
down.
done.
All right, what was the model?
Impala.
You too.
Yeah. Really?
Oddly enough,
It's a very popular car.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yellow.
No, ours was black. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
your third and final question. If you had to choose between Prince Henry or Prince William, who would you choose?
The type of piercing?
No, this is
What?
the Kale.
No,
I said
this is a family-friendly show.
I set the ground rules earlier, Kale.
Oh. Royalty.
Yeah,
Royalty,
when we're talking
yes,
about
sir.
the British
Yeah.
family
So
here,
it's-
show some respect.
Using the Queen's English.
William or Harry?
You're making
Is
this
that-
difficult for editing
Yeah.
later, Kale.
You just got to pick one, William or Harry.
Oh, I like Harry.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
This
All right.
You, sir, are solid gold.
Oh my God.
By the way, I wrote my answer down before you said it out loud.
Yeah. So he has written the answers down right here, so we can keep them.
So we're gonna go
locked in.
through. I'm gonna see if I can match up the. Okay, Brent's gonna open his hand and reveal the answers that I wrote down. But I had no idea of how he would say these answers.
All right. So here's the first one. And it says, Rocket Mad Max because you mispronounced it. Rocket Rocketowski.
So I just
Right
wrote
there.
down Rocket and Mad
Right
Max
there.
because that's what you were thinking of.
It's right there.
I'll be damned.
Verify that. I'll be. If I have to,
What's the
if I have to
next
keep
answer that
betting
you
you in
have?
the show, you will be. All right. All right, here's the next one. Here we go. And it's Harry.
Harry
Right there.
was
right
the answer
there.
to that question. When you
He's
had to
got,
choose
he's
for
got you locked in
William
right
or
there.
Harry.
All right. And for the final answer, Impala.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Right there.
Cheers.
Thank you. The crowd's not impressed. It's such a tough crowd. It's such a tough crowd.
We're getting golf clap. Rachel's got a golf clap going over there. How you doing, Kale?
I'm doing very well. I was just on my way to my room.
Well, don't let us stop you.
This is really great. What did I run into here? Is
You
this-
walked in.
Is this your show?
It's
Is
our
it
show.
The magician show? I don't.
It's just kind of us just sitting around, just talking.
you
We were
should-
talking about Star Trek, Star Wars, and the Marvel movies right before you walked in.
Oh, good.
Any
Marvel
opinions?
I'm very excited about them. Everybody's talking about them. And
Well, they just spent 20 minutes just like down talking them. So I'm glad you're here.
who
Me and
did?
you, these two. I'm glad it's me and you.
Not
together.
true. I just said I was cautious.
Yes.
I've been waiting for a
You
Marvel
weren't even
ride.
cautiously optimistic. You were like, eh. Oh no,
Yeah.
you were more. Eh. You were a little. More,
There's no. Okay, let's be honest. I don't think. Well, Robert Downey Jr. is not going to be back. So how could they all be good if he's not going to be in it?
don't care.
Whitney knows.
So what? He did play that character
I
very
even
well.
got a fist pound.
I'm so conflicted about him playing that character because you like to hate him as that character.
And I just thought of something. Isn't Prince Albert the piercing? It's not Prince William.
No, he's in a can.
How do you know? How do you know about that?
Yeah, I've got the internet.
Yeah, so a little piece of trivia here. My
Oh
father-
boy. Oh,
Hold on, no, we're not letting.
No, it's on the Marvel movie.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah,
And-
fantastic.
And I'm not
you know
kidding.
what? I had this odd feeling. I was warming up as if I was juggling fire when I invited Kale to sit down. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my father was actually in the Wolverine movie. What was it called? Logan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Logan.
Absolutely.
So if you go to the scene where Logan is driving the limousine and he pulls up, there's like a bachelorette party in the
Yeah.
back.
Oh yeah.
it's my favorite
And
scene.
My dad is
I
the
know
door
why.
guy. Yeah, so my father is the door guy at the club. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So were
that
they?
is awesome.
Does your father act, or was it like an open
he's-
call for extras?
No,
or?
he has friends in the film industry, so he's on set a lot.
Oh,
And
okay.
So he's been in some Sandra Bullock films,
Oh,
and he
nice.
worked because Logan was shot a lot in New Orleans. That's where he lives. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Man, that is cool.
Yeah, kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Now I have to go back and check out. Now, I remember the scene because that's toward the beginning.
Right.
The setup as to what he's doing now.
Right. It's sad, right?
Yeah.
He was a superhero. Now he's driving a limo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which.
Drive around Vegas dealing with bachelorette parties.
Right.
Yeah.
Who-
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go back and check that out.
Yeah. Check it out.
I say, well, I've
If
got
you
like.
can't find it, message me, and we'll get on the phone and.
We'll figure it out.
The
Give time
timestamp.
code.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
timestamp.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I've got a cousin that was in Stripes. He just walked by a window. They put a wig on him. It was very non-exciting.
Stripes?
Stripes.
Yeah,
That was all. That was filmed. All the city scenes were filmed in Louisville.
like-
and then they did the military stuff at Fort Knox.
Okay. Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you might see this a lot because so much gets filmed in Georgia, but if you watch Stripes, a lot of it downtown's changed, but there's enough that you still, if you've been there a while, and you're watching, and you're like, you can't turn there and end up here, and it's weird. It kind of takes you out of it. But
Yeah.
anyway, who's ever seen Stripes? I mean, it's good. Old.
I was supposed to be in Ernest Goes to Camp.
That is not surprising to me at all.
I was supposed to be. Yeah.
As
Well, all the extras, because it's a summer camp, so they went to all the area Boy Scout.
wait,
troops.
who's the huge Ernest fan? Is it you or
It's Adam.
Okay, all right.
I think Ernest is a racist, but that's a whole different other podcast.
This is. What did you bring into here?
What was going on before I showed up?
This.
Not this.
This is exactly what was going.
Part of me wants to dive into this, but a part of me doesn't want to touch it. At JP?
They went around and they got Boy Scout troops as extras.
Ernest himself, or
Yeah, they charged Ernest with going around and getting all the extras in the movie.
who was the gentleman that
Was it
played
like
Ernest?
Ernest
no,
Goes to
wait a
Camp?
minute. I'm backing up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Ernest
I'm
Goes to
backing up.
Camp.
I'm backing up. Who was the gentleman that played Ernest?
I can't think of his name.
Is
Does anybody
Ernest
know Ernest's name?
It's Jim something.
Jim Varney.
Varney.
Jim Varney, because
Yeah.
he was also Slinky Dog, right? In
In Toy Story,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So
Just
did he
in the
do
first
something
one, though.
messed up, or
Just
you
in the
just
first
saying
one.
he's racist because
So,
of
yeah,
his
that's-
accent?
I'm looking
he
for
did a-
clarity
One of
here.
the Ernest movies was called Ernest Goes to Africa.
Oh, so
And
Ernest the character.
the character.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just
Yes.
wanted a little clarity on.
Yes. I'm sure Jim Varney was a very
Was a
nice
fine
and
gentleman,
pleasant
and at
person.
that point, okay, all right. So
Yeah.
go ahead. What's your story about your?
Well,
15
now
minutes of
that
fame?
we've played the racist card, I don't think it's
no,
as
no,
entertaining
no.
as me almost being in the Ernest
Don't
movie.
pull us into your hole there. You, Rachel's over there like no.
Yeah. No. So yeah,
Hell, careful.
Can we play this game again?
we can if you want. Yeah.
No, so you were almost at Ernest Goes to where?
Ernest Goes to Hell. I was almost in the film.
Ernest goes
to Hell.
overseas.
I'm never doing this with you again. Okay.
You say that every year, but then every year you ask me back.
I forget.
Pulls
Valid
us right
point.
back
Hold
in.
on. I'm gonna set a reminder in my calendar for next November. All right. So how were you? The one I know.
I told you 3 times now. The campers were Boy Scouts.
blocked it out.
My Boy Scout troop was asked to be in it, but then we had a jamboree we had to go to that weekend. I had to go learn how to make leather wallets instead of being in an Ernest movie.
I'm crying for like the third time.
I think the end result was the same, though, wasn't it?
I did the
Yeah.
same. Not that I was ever invited to be in an Ernest movie, but I did the Boy Scout.
What's your
Jamboree
biggest brush
thing.
with greatness?
You?
Not counting tonight.
I don't think that I've had one. Are you talking about like a famous person?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or you were almost in a movie, or
keep talking.
you were on Crime Watchers on the local news. What was it?
I don't want you to see the rest of the pictures in my phone. Hold on.
So, do we each get to answer
Yeah,
this
you could
question?
say,
or what?
yeah. Whitney, what's yours?
My uncle's cousin is Lee Majors.
What?
My
Your uncle's cousin?
This is like that scene in Spaceballs. My uncle's cousin's barber's nephew.
Yeah, but it's still family.
Is the $6 million man?
110%
That's
bona fide.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
That's all I got.
tell them where you and Jim and I visited last night before we went to eat.
Oh, yeah. We went to Cooters, man. It was awesome.
That's where I work. You were literally across the street from where I work.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, our office is out there.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you remember the Dukes of Hazzard? Do you remember the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cooters.
Yeah.
The actor that played.
The mechanic.
That's
Yeah.
John Schneider.
Yes, it is.
He was Bo Duke.
Yeah.
Not in the season or half season where they had Coy and Vance, but yes, he was Bo Duke.
Why does he look so concerned? Where was that? Was that a men's room?
That was undisclosed.
Did you get
location. No, I
Did you take a
didn't go
picture with him
full.
in the men's room?
I didn't go full Spider-Man Homecoming. No, don't touch it.
Spider
So we're
monkey.
walking around the Cooters. In the back of it is a museum.
Wait, John Schneider was at Cooters?
no, this was in Kentucky. This was back home.
Oh.
You know he sings, right? So he had
Oh,
he had
I'm
a
well
concert.
aware.
And, yeah, I know people.
Yeah.
Not like you. I mean, geez, I was in the Ernest movies,
I
but
don't know
whatever.
anybody.
So yeah, we went to Cooters in the
Cooters.
back. It's we thought there was a restaurant associated with it. There's not.
Did you go to the Nashville Palace?
No.
They have
did we
food.
miss something? Okay,
It's
what
right
else?
next door, and they have food.
Wait a minute. Is it like in the same building? Like in?
It's the same parking lot.
Yeah, that's probably the building that we went to go in.
Yeah,
and
we went to Caney Fork last night.
Yeah.
Oh, Caney Fork's pretty good.
When we opened the door to the place next to Cooters to go in to eat, the sound just like blew our hair
Well,
back.
it's
It was
a-
like, that's it, calm down.
It's a honky tonk.
We figured that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
we
those
weren't in
here.
a honky tonk mood.
Well, it's been great, guys.
I don't know what else we could explore, and I'm afraid.
Well, I mean,
to.
after the whole brush with greatness discussion,
Yeah.
everything else it's a letdown after that. So,
true.
yeah.
I mean, you whipped out the John Schneider card.
I'm afraid to ask, but Kale, have you had a brush with movie greatness that wasn't in an event whose initials are AVN.
Oh, please, I hope so. Can you just cut this part out of the podcast?
We can't go
Sure.
there.
Yeah.
But
No.
one interesting time. So we've talked about this on the last time I was on the show.
I certainly don't remember it, but
Well,
this has
no.
been a traumatic night.
Yeah.
Wait, you were talking
so
about the. Never mind. Go
for about 10 years, I was in a touring rock band.
Oh,
So
okay.
I got to meet a lot of stars. But one of the most memorable nights is we were playing in Charleston, South Carolina, at a small bar. And Michael Rooker, Tim Roth, and Sean Penn's little brother, Chris Penn, the guy from Footloose, they all came to the show, hung out with us all night. Michael Rooker's now in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in Walking Dead, great guy. They all hung out with us. Chris Penn got on stage with us and played some blues tunes, and it was just like hanging out with you guys. Completely normal, nothing crazy going on. But we had a great time, and
said
unfortunately,
normal.
shortly after that, Chris passed away. And it was a good time. And Michael Rooker was an absolutely unbelievably nice guy, and it's cool to kind of still see him in the scene now. He shows up at a lot of cons and what have you.
Well, that's good to know because I think you say a lot, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be fairly disappointed. Yeah, because they're just people.
John was cool.
John Snyder is
John
nice.
Snyder was cool.
He is
Yeah.
very nice. But yeah, I mean, we get into celebrity culture and you forget that they're just people. And so
All right.
They have
real
bad
qu-
days.
Real quick, do we have any questions from the audience? Anything? Yeah.
That
They're like-
doesn't involve why did we come
Yeah,
here?
they're all slowly backing out of
well,
the room.
these guys
Like,
come every year, so they must be getting something out of
There's
it.
some new faces in here.
Did you guys advertise?
No.
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 Well, my name's first on the.
That's well established, but
Yeah.
it's in Sharpie.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
And I wrote it.
See,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if the session was broadcast over the PA system or not. So
Okay.
we just
I'm
just
enjoying it.
started. Yeah, right on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are we recording this?
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You'll have to send me a link.
Oh, we
Oh,
will.
yeah, it'll be in the show.
Oh, yes.
I love to see how a very visual trick plays out on an audio podcast.
You've listened to our show, right? I mean, how do you in an audio podcast describe how to prepare? We figured out how to prepare stuff. I mean, I don't know if it
That
translates
is
well.
amazing. I have no idea what you guys talk about in every episode.
But
yet
you
I
listen to this?
But I listen. Yeah.
That's high compliment right there.
Yeah.
Yes, high compliment.
So is it like to help you sleep, or?
It's therapy.
It is therapy. Yeah.
All right, well, gentlemen, I say we wrap it up. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for the jump in, KO.
Thank you for pulling me in. It's always a pleasure. And it has been an absolute slice. Thank you.
Oh, we're going to catch up with you all tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
tuned.
JP, we greatly appreciate you coming in.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
making
sir.
me do circus monkey tricks.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect something bigger and better. I want
That's
fireworks next year, like smoke effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right. I say good night, everybody. I'm gonna go upstairs and watch some Marvel movies. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Peace out.
Bye-bye. Thank you.